Well, if you've come from watching the Chelsea beta save, you know that I've been live for 13 hours. And you know that I'm a little bit annoyed. But we do not give up. Welcome to our Let's Play series. And it is with a team that we know best. And that is Liverpool Football Club. We're going to try and play through Season 1. We're going to win the league, and the Champions League is the goal. And if we can do that, we'll be ready to start our non-league to legend part to Prem save. If not, well, we have some issues. But let's go run the intro. Let's explain how pre-season went. Let's go through our tactic. And let's hope it goes a lot better than the Chelsea save, which I'll link at the end, where we may or may not have got sacked. Yes, welcome back in, everybody. It is another episode here on the YouTube channel. If you are not watching the live stream and you've come along, we do go live, so hit the notification bell. Been live, as you guys can see, just here for 12 hours and 53 minutes. In that time, if you have not watched the Chelsea save, there will be a link down below or at the end of the video. It will pop up for the playlist where we played 11 and a half hours with Chelsea. We had a torrid time with the match engine, and we copped a lot of F innings and we got the sack in December. So if you want to go see that, do that after this episode. But let's go through pre-season where it wasn't all swimming, and let's see how it went. We lost 2-0 to Galatasaray, trying to play a very defensively minded system for reasons I would discuss on the tactical screen. Made a change against Preston. We dominated, drew 2-2. We then beat a Spanish third division side 5-1 before we went and played Bologna in a game that it's not showing, which is very interesting. Which we ended up losing, but we were the better side. And then we played Real Hippos at home at Anfield and absolutely dominated them. And we look ahead to the Community Shield and Bournemouth, our first two games to play in our little Let's Play series here with Liverpool as we look to go and win the lot. In terms of tactics, because that's what you guys are all here for, at Chelsea, in our beta save where things fell apart and it's day one, any sort of creativity, any sort of forward-thinking wing-back just got punished. And if you weren't on a mentality that it seems that is not expansive, so any type of attacking positive mentality, your players would just stop, leave a massive gap, and opposition would play 60-yard ball, their winger would destroy, and it'll be game over. So what we've set up here at Liverpool is a gegenpress and balance mentality. And balance is important. On balance, you still create, but it keeps people behind the ball. Where on positive or on attacking, your fullback makes a run, he doesn't come back. Your midfielders lose the ball. Instead of getting in position and out of possession, they just stop. And if they press the ball carrier still plays a 60-yard ball like he's Steven Gerrard. So in terms of the system, in possession, we're a little bit more pragmatic, but still expansive. Robertson doesn't bomb on. I can only have one fullback bombing on because from what I've seen, 12 and a half hour gameplay, you put your fullbacks to bomb on. It's like FIFA 23, FIFA 23, FIFA 21. I haven't played since then. But yeah, pace abuse, long ball down the line. You can't do nothing. You're there one-on-one with the keeper. So I've allowed Frimpong to bomb on to help out with Salah and Robertson to really sit. Ball playing defender and centre back, that's fine. Gravenberch is at DM, perfect, just sitting in, distributing, picking up the ball. Channel forward or channel mid seems to work like the Mazzala. It's pretty much the Mazzala as you can read down here, which I'm a little bit in the way. You guys can't even see. As always, I need to move that camera around. But yeah, inverted fullback, wing back on attack. Gravenberch is a DM. Channel forward plays as this role here, which is not too bad. Advanced playmaker and works, trying to get him further forward and creative. Seems to work in pre-season. Two wide forwards, which start wide and then cut inside in the later phases of play, with a channel forward, which is Ekatike up front. So that is what I've picked here. In terms of instructions for you guys here, if you view all instructions, you can probably see that in possession, but we're shorter with a much higher tempo, less often time wasting. We play on the counter-attack with standard width. We keep the ball in play if possible. We're a bit more expressive. Build up through the press. We play short from goal kicks. We play to our centre-backs. We encourage people to run with the ball because we have some natural wingers that can run, and we pass the ball into space. That's what we do with the ball in possession. As you can see here in your final third, your middle third, as you guys can probably see, your final and your back third, which you guys can't see, that's how we kind of build up in the system. Frimpong getting quite high and wide, with Robertson really staying central to give us a good base. In terms of out of possession, we have got a wing back that sits back, holding fullbacks, not pressing fullbacks. None of this pressing fullback business. If I do that, you guys can probably see that's a holding fullback. I have that on Robertson as well. Get back in line with your back four. Do not move because wingers will blitz you. They are very overpowered. And if you don't get back there, the opposition doesn't matter if he has 10 passing and 9 vision. He's going to play a 60-yard diag right in front on the foot of the opposition winger. So yeah. Gravenberch is a deeper as a defensive midfielder to sit in as well. And then we have got two pressing midfielders, to try and win the ball in the middle of the park with two tracking back wingers. So Salah and Isak actually drop, and Wirtz and Szoboszlai with Ekatike do the pressing in the middle of the park. That's kind of what I've done. In terms of instructions out of possession, this is what it is. All instructions out of possession. Higher line of engagement for higher line, because we're Liverpool, we've got to be on the front foot. We counter press, and we short distribution, everything else is on the standard. In terms of how it looks, is when we're defending our own box, just the back five, back six with Isak, Salah, Wirtz, etc. You will never get in this shape from what I've seen because you will just get caught on the break or whatever, and then it's about recovery. So you never get in this shape. In the middle of the park, this is how we look, and that's actually quite good. So, they break our initial press and you set back up. You've got a DM really holding between the lines with the back four, and you've got two central midfielders that can press, and the two wingers drop in to create a 4-1-4-1 situation, which I quite like. When you originally lose the ball, though, you're going to go into that system just further up. And so it keeps you in a really nice, compact shape, not giving him too much room in between the middle of the park. As you guys can probably tell as I turn all my cameras back on, at Chelsea, just all we did was we tried to press, and all the opposition did was just play long ball and they're out. Still trying to press here, but being in a balanced mentality really helps the boys get back in, which means in team shape and in combined, Wirtz is a little bit further forward, but the team shape is that. That is what the team looks like. That's what the tactics look like. Let's go start our Let's Play as the game saves. We're going to go play Crystal Palace in the Community Shield, a game we did not win in real life. Can we go win it? Let's go find out. Teams are warming up here. Community Shield. We're going to play on key highlights. We did play a game of Dynamic with the Chelsea series, and it took 19 minutes to get through the first game. So, yeah, it is what it is. We're going to get into the media. I'm going to get straight into it. We're at Wembley, and away we go for this Community Shield. Can we do something? Hopefully we can. And into kickoff we go. Mateta gets us underway. A game that Crystal Palace were probably better than us, which makes a lot of sense. In real life, we've been really, really poor, Liverpool. As you can tell, I support Liverpool from, the background somewhere up there and the shirt. But, yeah, it is what it is. We're on the balance system because it helps us defensively. It's a corner early doors for Palace. Alisson punches, and we're going to be on the break here in the pouring rain with Frimpong, who stays high from set pieces to try and go on the break. And it is Jeremy Frimpong. He's very good at getting forward. It runs into no man's land, but Isak picks it up. Now it falls to Wirtz, and Wirtz should have scored, and that is a highlight of FM26 in the beta. Is doesn't matter how good the player is, if it's a clear-cut one-on-one, they generally put it over the bar. Anyhow, we didn't deserve the score then, let's be honest. Game ticks down, 10 minutes played. Looks like Palace dominating the ball. And so far, whatever. We are live on stream though. As always, if you are enjoying the episode, give it a like. Do subscribe to the YouTube channel. We got over 500 subs whilst being live today on the first day of the beta. So I'd love to get the 550 if we could before we get to Park to Prem. Kanate plays a ball into Van Dijk, and it's our first highlight here in the pouring rain of a build-up, which is good to see. You have to play on 1 time speed as well. If you play on 1.25, the game glitches a lot. Hugo Ekatike, great one from Isak. Isak now, big moment. Went for goal, straight at Henderson. Probably could have come inside onto his right foot there, Isak, but a very good bit of build-up and very well played there, and a big chance, you would have to say. Unfortunately, no good. Another highlight, it's Andy Robertson now, 22 minutes in here at Wembley, and he finds Wirtz. A little bit of lag, but the computer has been running FM for 13 hours. Hugo Ekatike. Salah made a great run, and then has tracked back wide. A ball in the air makes no sense. Salah does well to even keep it in play. Can he find a ball? Can he cut it to someone? He does. Florian Wirtz. It's a great save in the end from Dean Henderson. Wirtz probably should have scored. It's going to be 0-0, and away we go. Struggling for the ball, but I don't really care about that. Depends on match momentum. And if you look at the match momentum, it's been Liverpool mostly, a touch of Palace. Seems like Palace are actually doing better here. We might be in this beige colour, actually, and they're in the white. It's very weird that they're not in blue. Anyhow, continuing on. 40 minutes played, still 0-0 here in the Community Shield. Perfectly fine. Hopefully we'll be okay. Doesn't look like there's much happening here, and in the end, it is going to be a 0-0 at half-time. Game having a moment. Frozen. Give it a second. It's the first time I've seen it freeze like this today, to be honest, at this screen. It is properly bricking. There we go. As you can see from the match stats, we've had 1.22 XG, 10 shots, 5. That balance system really does still create chances. Match momentum has actually been Palace in the first instance and then us. We are in that beigey sort of colour. And yeah, anyway, we get a goal and make us favourites. They haven't really reacted. That never really works everywhere anyway. But anyhow, away we go. So Bosley in that channel midfielder role finds Gravenberch. And is this a highlight or is it pointless? It's pointless, and away we go. So the XG table's there. Match momentum is... I used to use that. You can't put that anywhere else, which is a bit annoying. But we'll go on the match stats here. We have got some players on the bench that can impact the game if needs be, but we'll wait and see if that is the case. So far, 60 minutes played, approaching that mark. It is still going to be 0-0 in a very boring game, to be fair. Not too many big highlights. Would make us the better side. It's a free kick here for Mohamed Salah. Did whip in a nice ball for a Virgil van Dijk header in pre-season. You're getting a lot of lag. Apparently there's been a penalty. Isak's been shoved. Very hard to tell when the game's lagging like that. Very weird that we're watching the ball and Robertson's asking for VAR clarification. I don't have any clue what's going on, and the pen's been awarded. Don't know why the penalty's been awarded for, but Isak must have went down, and Salah's going to have a chance on the penalty spot. With the form he is in real life, this would be missed. But this is Football Manager. Henderson's actually really good as a penalty stopper. But he's gone the wrong way. Salah puts us 1-0 up in the Community Shield final. Celebrates in front of the Palace fans, which is a bit interesting. Not the greatest game of football. Good penalty, though. This camera angle is quite nice. And Mohamed Salah steps up, and Mohamed Salah scores. 1-0. Sabozlai from scoring range, and he can hit him. We've seen him hit him. Saboz. Top bins? Of course it's top bins. Just like he did in real life against Arsenal. A bit closer and a bit more of a clear-cut free kick. Saboz puts it top bins. We've scored 2 goals in 5 minutes. And we are leading. This is a great little bit of camera angle anyway. Look at that. Movement, top bin. Thank you for coming. Henderson can't do much about that. We are 2-0 to the good here. 70 minutes of play. I am going to make a couple of changes though. We are going to get Ekatike off. We're going to move Isak up front. And we are going to get a higher game for Rio, of all people. Young Rio. Why not? We're also going to get McAllister in for Gravenberch, because I think he would be better in this role, but Gravenberch is the more real-life player. We're also going to get Frimpong off for Connor Bradley, and we're going to get Kirkers in for Robertson as our changes. Apparently we're allowed a 6th change. That's pretty interesting. We're 2-0 to the good. This might look a little bit strange. Kezia's going to come in for Salah just to keep him fit. Don't want an injury to Mohamed Salah. 2-0 to the good. We should win this game from here. May as well make the changes. And away we go. And time is ticking. If you have enjoyed today's episode, do give it a like. Do subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you want to leave a comment of commiseration for me getting sacked at Chelsea, that will be at the end of this episode. The playlist will be there. I highly recommend watching the 3 episodes. We rage quite a fair bit. For those that are interested in that, the stream has got a lot of likes today because we have raged quite a lot over our 13 hours of gameplay. Time is ticking here. Not a highlight, as you can hear me waffle. We're approaching full time. We've had 2.56 XG. We've had 17 shots, 8 on target. I don't really care about possession. It's about how we move the ball and dominate. We have a highlight here in the 92nd minute, which could make the nerves jangle. Again, the game really doesn't like coming out from 30, 40 times speed and then into this. I found it lags less when you go to 1 time speed, but it's lagging a lot now, and it might be because we're playing quite a lot of minutes on the PC today. Kanate. Ball into McAllister. Sabozlai. Alexander Isak. What a ball, Wirtz. Good run. Poor. Come on, game. Can we just chill, please? Wirtz scores. It's a good ball, but it was all the graphics there just really lagged. Again, I don't think it's my PC. My PC's pretty good. And the game gave me a high ability. But yeah. Is he onside there? He might be off. Hard to tell. Anyhow, don't know why. We had pretty good gameplay in the Chelsea save. This game is bugging out. No tomorrow. Just going to go to low graphics here and just get through it. We won 3-0. Beautiful. Even the low graphics look better than what we had on FM. But here, your first trophy cutscene. It's the Community Shield. I don't really care too much. But there we are. Very well done, boys. A Community Shield. Our first game in charge of Liverpool in a competitive sense. Community Shield to me doesn't really count. But anyway, we do win 3-0 here against Palace. The goal for Wirtz did count. It looked a bit weird. But anyhow. Alright, let's go to our first Premier League game against Bournemouth, where Semenyo put on a masterclass in real life, and they put us to shame with a 2-2 draw. Let's go see if we can go and rectify that, as we look to do better than Arne Slot. Same team, same bench that just won the Community Shield. We're not going to make a change. What I will say, firstly, preferences. It says that my graphics is like close to like max. So I'm going to move it to low just to give us a bit more smoother gameplay, which might make it look a little bit less horrid in terms of stop-starting, but it might make the graphics look a little bit more horrid, but it is what it is. Anyhow. First game here. At home. See, the cut screen here still looks really good, though. So, like, I can live with this still. That looks nice. Truffett, Senesi, Diakite, Scott is in the middle of the park for Smith. Semenyo looked like he was out wide. Standard. But here we are, opening day of the Premier League at Anfield. I have turned the graphics down to low just to get it to work. Even then on low, this still looks fantastic. I actually think it looks better on low. Because it actually looks a bit more like FM. But there we are. They got the music being played. The players are walking out. The ball looks like the ball. Frimpong and co. Into kickoff, and away we go, boys. So, yeah, it's a little bit more grainy here on low, but the match play is definitely much better. That actually looks very clean now in terms of gameplay, which is good. And we'll just go with that. And away we go. It doesn't look as crisp, but oh well. See how we go here against Bournemouth at Anfield. 67% possession on the balance system, and we have a corner here to Sabozlai. Dominic Saboz to whip one in there. Good ball. Keeper comes a long way, punches, Wirtz, beating people, shoots, puts it well wide. And that is going to be still 0-0. Maybe we might try a medium balance graphic. See how that goes. Dominating, though, the first 10 minutes here, which is good to see. But yeah, the goal of the save would definitely be to try and win the Prem and go super deep in the Champions League. And once we feel comfortable with the game, we will start non-league to legend or park to Prem as we take a Vanarama North or Vanarama South Club all the way to the Prem, I reckon. And away we go. Highlight here. Look, balance looks good. To be fair, balance actually looks quite nice. It actually looks like FIFA 2010. But yeah. Salah. Frimpong making a great run. Salah can play him. All right, beat your man and get the ball in the box. Then finds Szoboszlai. Front stick ball. Hugo Ekitike. A great well-worked move. A good run from Dominic Szobosz. And I can already say at Chelsea, we're just trying to be too expressive and trying to play too much football. Here we've gone on balance. We've gone 4-3-3. And there we are. Do Scunthorpe. They are on my list to look at, Scunthorpe. Not going to lie. It's tempting. Scunthorpe, South Shields. Who have I looked at here? There's another one that I can't remember. Sutton. Dorking came up, but I don't want to really do Dorking. But yeah, anyway. So far, not too bad. Semenyo, who played really well against us. Wirtz steps in and wins. Florian Wirtz, good run. Looking fantastic. Ball out to Szoboszlai. Salah. Salah. Great touch. Salah shoots. Good finish. Very well worked move. And we're 2-0 up here against Bournemouth. We got sacked with Chelsea, yet we go to our actual club that we've played at and, you know, supported and watched all my life. We're doing all right. Anyhow, good 1-2 here. And again, good turn. Salah on his right foot, which is a little bit weird. But, you know, capable of scoring goals. And it's amazing what happens if you actually get Salah not sticking high and wide and on the touchline in the final phase. Imagine a slot decided not to do that. Anyhow, absolutely dominating here against Bournemouth. And we're looking pretty good with our little let's play. It feels a lot better to actually play well than get absolutely pummeled by Chelsea. Ball in. We'll get demoralised by the Chelsea Football Club. Florian Wirtz, beating people. Good run. Isak. Oh, good finish. Wirtz went on a good run. Later about the Isak. Side foot's far corner. We're 3-0 to the good. I'm still on FM26. Suncorp is a fun challenge. Would love to watch you do it. You could definitely look at it. Like, I'm happy to start the non-league to legend part to Prem save in the beta, to be fair. And that's because I don't expect the match engine to change much. But, yeah. Anyhow, Isak, good side foot finish. It's a great goal. Nice bit of kill. We're 3-0 up here. As you can tell, YouTube, who are watching this as an episode, we are currently live on stream. Been live for 13 hours and 20 minutes. And we're doing all right. Need the Liverpool save. But, yeah. Anyhow, approaching half-time. 3-0 to the good. Dress the team. Yes, I will. I'm very pleased you created loads. Start the second half. Girlfriend just texted there, guys, as the shot from Szoboszlai goes wide. Anyhow, 61% possession. And at 56 minutes played, we look like the much better side. Time is ticking. And well, what a stream it's been. 13 hours, 21 minutes. 70 minutes played. We're going to make some changes here. Because we should. We're going to get McAllister in for Gravenberch, like for like. We're going to get Kezia in for Isak. We're going to get Rio. Maybe not. We're going to get Connor Bradley in for Frimpong. And we'll get Kirkers in for Robertson, I think. And we'll leave one change up our sleeve, just in case. Pretty dominant display, though. 72 minutes played. Nothing much to really report here in the second half, but playing on balance, much better than playing on positive or attacking from what we've seen today. And, yeah, not overcommitting your players going forward seems to really help as well. Anyway, Semenyo picks the ball up, goes long. That's going to work for Yannick Adley. This is kind of how I've conceded all day, that long ball. In the end, their first highlight there for Bournemouth. Still 3-0 to the good. We're going to do plenty of editing after today's stream as well for those on YouTube and Twitch watching. But approaching full time, pretty dominant display. We got another highlight though. Tell Dominic Szoboszlai to shoot less often. The guy's got a worldie of a right foot. My assistant needs to be sacked. That's a big diag to Kezia. That's a great ball. Kezia, Florian Wirtz, Kezia. Oh, football, unlucky. Should have been a goal. Hugo probably should have had one there. Great football, though. Very well worked. Not long left to go, though. Looking like we're going to win 3-0. Look, we got sacked with Chelsea. Nothing worked, but it took us 13 hours to get used to the game. And in 13 hours, we've built a tactic that's a little bit more defensively minded. And we have created domination here with Liverpool, which is good to see. Good win, boys. Very well done. I am happy with that. What we're going to do, though, that will be the end of today's episode. Let's hope that we don't get no lag or, we've already had a couple games crash, so we have definitely got through to the next one. What we're going to do is, if you look at your schedule, our last game that we play is against Arsenal on the 30th, but that's a fair way or, whatever. I'm actually going to come back in the Let's Play for the Chelsea-Man United doubleheader in the league, as we look to win the Premier League and hopefully the Champions League in one season here with Liverpool. I'm not making any transfer signings. I'm running the squad as it is currently. And with that, it's a pretty good start to life here in the Let's Play series, unlike the beta, which is going to be either corner of me right now, where I've got sacked in 3 episodes with Chelsea, and I highly recommend that you go watch that. With that being said, from Damo and everyone else here live on stream, catch you guys later. Thank you and goodbye.